For Holt.
Deputy Speaker, I just wanted to talk about our Victorian police forces and police forces across the country, particularly with the growing stress that they have been dealing with matters we saw occur at the Parramatta Police Station, at the Endeavour Hills Police Station in September last year, and an attempt that was unravelled and prevented through the Anzac Day terror raids. I was very interested to read a report in the Herald Sun that talked about 60 police officers around the nation that have died by suicide in more than a decade and a half of them using a service-issued firearm. And I was very disturbed to hear that police have the highest rate of suicide amongst emergency service workers and make up more than half of the deaths amongst first responders, including firefighters and ambulance officers. And I was pleased to see that the Police Association, led by Secretary Ron Iddles, had said that most of the members each day go and attend something which no other person in society would see, so I think some of these things have a lasting effect. I think, I've got to say in this place, Deputy Speaker, there has been some attention, particularly post the Parramatta shootings, about reaching out to a particular community. But there also has to be balance. There has to be balance. And the balance has to be reflected in the national discourse that our serving men and women in police forces, state, territory and federal, are at risk. When I meet with police officers down in my constituency, they're carrying a gun, they have to, and they wear a ballistic vest. And it's not just made up, the reason why they do it because they basically fear they're going to be assassinated. As I said, the first attack on police officers, terrorist attack, occurred on the 23rd of September last year. The aim and intent of the individual was to kill the two police officers and then, if that was successful, to move on and basically deal with others in the station. The second attempt on police officers was disrupted by the Anzac Day raids, and that was an attempt to run over a police officer, behead them and shoot people in the crowd. The third successful attack on police officers was the individual, Mr Cheng, who was assassinated at the front of the Parramatta Police Station. We cannot have a debate in this place or elsewhere without acknowledging our brave men and women of the police forces and the work they do to keep our community safe. And I've heard a lot of dialogue about reaching out to the community, which I support, but I want to see that matched in the national discourse about what are we doing to protect the men and women in our police force. Are we going to have a summit about that? Because that's what I think we need to do. We need to balance, this needs to be a balanced debate, protecting our protectors. And so I say in this place, I remain committed to ensuring that our police men and women that serve us on the front line and keep us safe, I'll do whatever I can in this space to keep them safe, to continue to enable them to protect our community.
Thank you very much, the member for Holt. And as a policeman's wife, I concur with your sentiment.